It's a beautiful snowy morning today on the homestead, and figured we'd show you while the morning milking was going on, our new stanchion. Let me show you what we did in this video. Oh, that was money, Ladybug.
Go slowly.
This year we needed to build a stanchion for our cow, and I decided it was going to be a gift to Kay for our anniversary, 9 years this year. But it was a challenging build because the barn is very small. We couldn't build a free standalone stanchion.
A stanchion is a place where the cow puts her head, that you close it and it keeps her in place to milk. It's nice to have them when you have a cow, especially if you don't know what kind of milker she's going to be, if she'll stand for you. And even if you're not going to milk your cow, it's nice to have a head gate. So if you need to do any veterinary procedures on her, you have a place where she'll be contained. It's my 2-year-old's favorite toy. Strip cup. So Fisher Price, if you're watching, I would rename it though. Originally, I was going for a stanchion just like I was seeing on Pinterest, where it's a two full sides front back kind of box made out of 2x4s or something of the sort. But in this barn, there's just not room for that. So my clever husband engineered something for me. What? You like being called clever?
Yeah. I knew we had really limited space to work with in here. Every design of a stanchion that I had seen online built their head gate in between two strong support 4x4s. When I looked at our barn here, I saw right down the middle of the barn we had this row of strong, built into the barn 4x4s. It was perfect. I realized we could build our head gate right into that space. Ladybug could walk right in.
So even though this design for a stanchion was not what I thought I wanted, and it took a couple tries, Austin got a little frustrated. This turns out to be perfect for us. I'm working on this side of her now because the calf won't drink from it as much, so the calf doesn't like the back teats as much, which is okay since I've gotten pretty good at strip milking them. So I'll leave her one teat in the front, and Ladybug will fill up pretty fast. And that calf will be very full in an hour. I scoot the bucket a little farther up because she's a little nervous with Austin here, and I don't want her tipping the bucket, which is why I keep hitting the side of it. Austin made this, and there's a bolt coming through this hole. When I push the bolt through, I can open the head gate. When I push it this way, it locks it in place.
Let me go from this side.
Unlock. And she backs out. That's pretty good. This is Lunama. You stay out. We're working on leading. She's fine. She's fine.
the stanchion is made up of 3 parts. The head gate, the sides, and then the manger in the front. This head gate we built right into our support columns. I put a piece of, well, I already had a piece of plywood up there for the backing. I put a piece of 2x4 across the front with these 2x4s on either side as spacers, which allowed me to slide this 2x6 right in. I put 1 bolt in the center so that it could move, and we made a V out of it, so as Ladybug's head comes in, it's wide open, she can walk her head through. Then we slide this shut, and then I put this bolt in. This was my own little nifty idea, so that it could lock quickly. Some people tie it with a rope or a latch, but I wanted something quick because we didn't know how Ladybug would behave. I wanted something Kendra could do really fast without trying to tie and get her fingers caught in a rope. So this bolt here, you just push and then it's locked. You can't open it. But then, just slide it back in, it recesses flush. Boom, it's back open. So that's the head gate. The side walls, this little side wall here, we have a concrete floor. So I took this 2x4 on the floor, I drilled it right into the concrete floor so it's nice and strong, and then I just built this side wall out of the post and attached to that with this top. I rounded this off so when Ladybug came in there wasn't a hard corner she could hurt herself on. So that's been rounded off. That's right at her side, and you'll notice this is where her head goes. You need to add a little extra space on the side for that big belly. So it's not flush with the opening, it's out to the side here. I did make this. This was the original sidewall. And I think we'll use this again when we're training a calf because it's very strong and it contains them. But with Ladybug, we just don't even need it. It's unnecessary. So, it's one less thing Kendra has to fuss with.
I am not a builder, but I made some benches, and these are 2x4s I had left over, and some hemlock that we had milled from our property, still left over. So I just took them, made a box. I needed something where Ladybug could eat. It would be strong enough that with her pushing down on it, it wouldn't crack, which the plastic bucket did, and something that when she was eating would catch all the feed she dropped. You can see she still drops a little, but not nearly as much as she was. Then I brought it out here and just screwed it really good. How can I say that? I just screwed the crap out of it. I don't know how to say that.
This barn is not huge. It was built for goats, not for cows. And when we converted it over for the cows, it meant dealing with a lot of space issues. Hey, come to say hi, Luna.
Nosy little thing.
If you have a milk cow and you're tight on space, try doing something like this stanchion. The beautiful thing is we built it right into the existing structure, and it didn't make any space unusable. Didn't block any doors or access paths. The cows can still move really easily through the barn. It didn't block any hay storage. It didn't block any feed storage. Honestly, it took forever to figure out what that spot would be. I sat in this barn for like 2 hours. I just sat in here and looked and came up with ideas. One little tip I've heard in the past is anything you're gonna do on the homestead, design it 4 different ways. When you're done designing it 4 different ways, you'll have the best idea. And originally I had it going over here, and then I had it going over here, and then I had it over there. This was like the 4th, maybe even the 5th design, and it's the one that worked the best. So I hope that helps, guys. If you want to see some more DIY homestead videos, you can check those out here. If you want to see more about our cow, check that out. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you. We're doing a daily video. We'll see you in our next video.